Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And today we will be featuring another Extinct Bricks Marine exclusive, the Lego compatible costume Jurassic World game Ammonite. But first of all, I'd like to thank YouTube.com Audio Library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The Guesses PC contest winners will be announced at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. For the next contest, however, we're changing it up a bit since it's one of the most requested costumes I've ever received so far. Free clues will be shown within this video, so answer as fast as you can in the comments down below. Now let's start the video by showing the making of this Ammonite. Now the Ammonite actually started with this base figure, which is the gyrosphere from the Lego collection that I have. Several Lego pieces were actually used to build up the structure of this Ammonite. You can also see from the front view that minifigure pieces are also used, such as these arms. After that, I started on with the sculpting phase, and then once that is done, I did some wet sanding and then finish it off with the primer. After it is thoroughly dried, I started off with these primary colors, which is just white and this pinkish orange, very much similar to that of the octopus. And then I moved on with some more details, such as this golden blue and then some brown. The brown stripes actually picked up the shadows and made the structure a little bit more 3D-like. Of course, I had to paint the tentacles individually with the same colors I used earlier, the same color with that of the octopus. I try not to put on a heavy hand on this because these tentacles are actually malleable, and too much color or too much paint will actually crack it up. Additional details such as this lighter speckling were actually added to give it more interest and also depth. Among the references that I used for this would be the modern octopus and also several squid species. Making this figure was really exciting for me because this is one of the first times that I actually used a lot of Lego pieces to build one custom figure. It is always a delightful feeling every time I start from scratch, like this one in particular. I never thought that I would come up with such elaborate design, so I'm really proud of this one. And look at the colors, it's really bright, and I like how it turned out to be. So details actually came up to from the tentacles until the eyes, and actually this is the finished figure. And that sums up the making of the Ammonite figure. I hope you like it as well as I did. Now it's time for us to have the first clue on the Guesses PC contest. What could this be? Key in your answers, you know it already. Let's go to Assembrix. Of course, you can do it, and let's ball in. This entire figure actually contains 20 pieces all in all. There are 8 tentacles comprising of 2 pieces each. Now it is time for us to start on with the Assembrix. Let's pick up the head and attach it to this part. Once that is snugly fitted, it is now time for us to attach each and every one of the tentacles. You don't need to worry on how you're going to put it because the tentacles are actually malleable and very flexible, so the more disorganized, the better. You just need to clip it on and you're done. There you go, all 8 tentacles, all done. You can actually twist each tentacle and put it in several positions if you like. Now it's time for us to connect this to the shell itself. First attach it to this Lego brick and we should be ready to go. Ta-da! And there you have it, your completed Ammonite figure. Now it's time for us to examine this gorgeous creation closer. It's time for us to have a closer look. Now bringing in this, where are you going, Ammonite? Shh, And here comes Usher on his yellow submarine. And hello everyone, we're back, and this is actually the Ammonite I was talking about earlier, and this is actually based off from the Jurassic World the game Ammonite. I did several more changes to the colors because I wanted it to have a little bit more vibrancy to it, and I'm glad that I did that. And of course, Usher is excited to be joining me to present this Ammonite, but he will be saying goodbye for now because he will be returning later for some size comparisons. Bye Usher, I'll see you later. So let's pick up this Ammonite and let's put it closer. You can see here that there are two stud receptors at the bottom of the figure or of the shell so that you can display it accordingly. Now taking a look at it closer, you can see that there are also 4 studs on each side of the body or of the shell, indicating that they are actually parts that came from the Jurassic World gyrosphere. Now in terms of articulation, you can see that the head can move up and down, and closely looking at each tentacle, you can see that they are actually from the minifigure arms and can be twisted like so, and can be moved in several or many different ways. The ends of the tentacles are actually from rubberized portions of electrical wire that I cut in equal lengths and connected it to the arms. You can now see that the movement can be round and twisting and in so many different ways. So it can be moving fast, or it can actually move slow and put yourself on the ground much like an alien or so. So let's try and do that. You can also see some details on the bottom of the tentacles. They are very much similar to the sucking mechanisms of the octopus tentacles. I don't know what those are called. Just comment below if you know them. It's on the tip of my tongue, but hey! Yeah, so let's try and make several poses of this Ammonite. So as I've said earlier, the tentacles are very dynamic in terms of movement. You can spread it like so, like that, and so it looks like a standing alien. I don't know, it looks kind of weird though, but yeah, so that's it for the closer look for this Ammonite. But before we move on further, I'd like to run some details on the differences between the Nautilus and the Ammonite. It's actually simple. The Nautilus have simple septa while the Ammonites have complex septae, and that's the main difference actually. We now move on to the next section of this video, size comparisons. And as I mentioned earlier, here is Usher to be compared with the Ammonite. So moving a bit to the back so that we can have some more space, you can see that the Ammonite here is just about the right size and proportion with that of Usher. Stop fooling around, Usher! How does it feel having 8 arms hugging you? Anyway, so it's now time for us to compare with other costumes that I did before. But first, let us put it in an appropriate stand here so that it will be more stabilized. Let's zoom out the camera a bit so that we can fit in the other comparisons that I will be bringing out. The first costume to be compared also has a shell. And you guessed it right, it's my Archelon. So this Archelon is actually based from the Jurassic World the game as well. However, this is a level 40 Archelon. And comparing the both side by side, you can see that there's not much of a difference, but technically they are very different in so many ways because one thing, their shape is really not to be compared. Although they both have shells, they really are very different. One is a reptile and one is a mollusk. Now, I'm bringing this plesiosaur as well out because it looks like a turtle of some sort, but it really is really different because it's a prehistoric reptile or marine reptile that is, that is very much very dinosaur-like. So, comparing both side by side and from the top view, you can see that of course the Plesiosaurus is longer. However, the Ammonite is a little bit more wider than that of the Plesiosaur. We have one more costume to compare, and here it is, the Jurassic Park Telltale Stylosaurus. And let's bring up the Ammonite again, and you can see here in comparison, oh gosh, I love the contrast on those colors. So I just realized now that the reason why I brought all 4 out is because they're so colorful and the prints are so vibrant, and I just like them to be in just one room, you know, all colorful marine creatures all together. It could be a party. So let's just land them up here very quickly and arrange the Archelon so that we can start on with our roll call. First we have Tylosaurus, Plesiosaurus, Ammonite, and Archelon. Asher would just like to remind everyone that the Tylosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and Archelon videos are already uploaded and can be seen in the Extinct playlist. Please do check them out. Ding ding, clue number 2, it's a full skeleton. You should be able to guess this already. Now let us have some last looks on the Ammonite. The etymology of the name Ammonite is really interesting. It came from the horns of Ammon. The name was inspired by Ammon, who is an Egyptian god wearing a ram's horn. Pretty cool, huh? I never knew that before. Now here again is the differences between the Ammonite and the Nautilus. Now we can tell the difference. The shell of the Ammonite is actually 6.5 feet in diameter and weighed about 300 pounds. Whoa, that's huge! Well anyways, Usher here is enjoying his ride on his yellow submarine inside the Devonian tank. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on the Ammonite. And now it is time for us to announce the Guess the Species Contest winners. And this time we have 10 lucky picks, and here they are. Vasilis Mikov, Oscar Primos, Bizarre Mars, Gossip Speckhugger, Fedor Komaritki, Bonyasta Malani, Red Wolf Welcome, Floppy, alias Yafira, Becky Patrick. Congratulations everyone, and now for top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Turtle Gunther,
Top 9.
Pablo Alanyo,
Top 8.
Dietro 34,
Top 7.
Video Russo,
Top 6.
Jacko Access Animation,
Top 5.
I Love Christmas Cats,
Top 4.
Jaden Santos,
Top 3.
Yaroslav Novokatsky,
Top 2.
News Bistaka, and GCL. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species Contest. Also, our babies Moira and Asher has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please watch their videos and subscribe to their channel as well. Thanks for the support everyone! And here is our third and last clue. You should be able to get this one. Good luck everyone! Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!